Good morning and Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all will be fine. As we know that we have learned about structure of atoms in chapter number 2 and chapter number 2 was finished. Today we will do the back exercise of chapter number 2. So topic of our today's discussion is structure of atoms back exercise. First of all we will do short questions answers. First question is given as what is nature of charge on cathode rays? As we know that cathode rays release from cathode surface and they move to anode surface, mean to say to positive side. It means they have negatively charged. So we can write that cathode rays are negatively charged. Particles, because cathode rays travel from negative to positive, it means they have negative charge. Now question number 2 is written as give 5 characteristics of cathode rays. Characteristics mean main properties or the properties of cathode rays. So we have to give the 5 properties of cathode rays or 5 characteristics of the cathode rays. As we know that first property or characteristic of cathode rays as they travel in straight line perpendicular to cathode surface. Perpendicular mean at the angle of 90 degree. So they will travel in straight line but in perpendicular to straight line. We can say that this is cathode surface, then they will travel in this way. So this is perpendicular sign. Second property is as they cast a sharp shadow on opaque object of opaque means solid. If placed in path, mean to say if we place any solid object or opaque object, then they will cast a sharp shadow. Its third property is as they raise temperature of body on which they fall. Temperature of body on which they fall. Mean to say if they will fall in any body, the temperature of body will be raised, mean to say increased. Next property is as J.J. Thomson discovered their E by M ratio. E mean charge and M mean mass. E by M ratio. Its fifth property is as they produce light or light is produced when they hit the walls of discharge. As we know that these rays travel from cathode to anode. When they will hit the walls of discharge tube, they will produce a light. Now question number 3 is given as the atomic symbol of phosphorus ion is given as P15-31 and charge 3-. First question is written as how many protons, electrons and neutrons are there in ion. As we know, this 15 is atomic number and this 31 is mass number, and we know that atomic number is equal to number of protons. So we can say that as Z is equal to, Z mean atomic number of protons, so that will be equal to 15, because atomic number is 15, then number of proton will be also 15, and number of neutron will be equal to A minus P. We can say that A and P are Z. P mean to say A is mass number and P mean number of protons. So if number of protons will be subtracted from mass number, that will be equal to neutrons. So that is equal to 31 minus 15, that is equal to 16. So number of neutrons is 16 and number of electrons, as number of electrons and protons is same in any atom, but it is ion and ion is negative ion. When a negative charge comes on any atom, it means these electrons were added. We know that number of electrons originally was given 15, but due to negative charge 3 electrons more will be added. So 15 and 3 is equal to 18. So number of proton is equal to 15, neutron is equal to 16 and electron is equal to 18. Part B is as what is name of the ion. The name of ion is phosphide ion. Phosphorus ion is also called phosphide ion. In part C, we have to draw the electronic configuration of ion. And we know that electronic configuration is written in the form of shells and subshells. So we know that there are 18 electrons in phosphide ion. So we have to draw the electronic configuration according to this. As we know, the electronic configuration represent from 1s, 2s, 1s2, 2s2, that is called 4, and after that p start, 2p6, ssp, sps. This arrangement will be followed. So this is s, s and p. Next will be third s. 2 and 2 4, 4 and 6 10, 10 and 2 12, and after that we know S, S, P, S and P, S. There will be third P, and if we add their 6, that will be totally equal to 18. 2 and 2 4, 4 and 6 10, 10 and 2 12 and 6 18. So electronic configuration of phosphide ion is this. And last part is as name the noble gas which has the same electronic configuration as the phosphorus ion. That noble gas is argon, because argon has also atomic number of 18 and its last shell is completely filled. So argon is a noble gas which has same electron configuration to phosphorus ion, not phosphorus, phosphorus ion. Question number 4 is written as differentiate between shell and subshell with example of each. As we know, shell are the path the path around nucleus where electrons revolve is called shell. Simply we can say that shell is any path or road or way where electron will be revolved, and shells are represented by capital K, L, M and N. Now what are subshell? The subshells are the subdivisions of shells. If we divide shells, the further shell will be called subshells. We can say the subdivisions of shells are called subshells. And subshell are represented by small alphabets S, P, D and F. Question number 5 is written as an element has an atomic number 17. How many electrons are present in K, L and M shell of atom? As atomic number mean to say Z is equal to number of protons, that is 17. Then the electronic configuration will be as K, L and M. As we know, K can accommodate maximum 2 electrons and L can accommodate maximum 2 electrons. 2 and 8 is equal to 10. We need next 7 electrons, but M can accommodate 18 electrons. So the atomic number, when atomic number is 17, then atom will have 2 electrons in K, 8 in L and M, in 7 in M. Question number 6 is written as write down the electronic configuration Al ion, aluminium ion. How many electrons are present in its outermost shell? As we know that atomic number of Al, Z mean atomic number. As atomic number of Al is 13, then number of electron in Al 3 plus will be equal to 3 plus mean 3 electrons are removed and 13 minus 3 is equal to 10. So question was given that write down the electronic configuration of Al ion. How many electrons are present in outermost shell? So totally electrons are 10. The electronic configuration will be as electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 and 2p6, 2, 2, 4, 4 and 6, 10. Electronic configuration of Al ion is as. Next was how many electrons are present in its outermost shell. In electronic configuration in shell form, K, L, K has 2 electrons and L has 8 electrons. 2 and 8 is equal to 10. So there are 8 electrons present in outermost shell. There are 8 electrons present in outermost shell. Outermost mean last shell. Its last shell has 8 electrons. Question number 7 is written as magnesium has electronic configuration 282. How many electrons are in outermost shell? As electronic configuration is given as KLM. K has 2 electrons, L has 8 electrons, and M has 2. Then there are 2 electrons in outermost shell because last shell is M and there are 2 electrons. Outermost shell. In part B, it is written that in which subshell of outermost shell electrons are present. As we know, in which subshell, first of all we have to write electronic configuration of this. So total number of electrons are 2 and 8, 10, 10 into 12. So it will be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s2. 2 into 4, 4 and 6, 10, 10 into 12. That is totally 12. We can see that there is last 3s2 and last subshell is s. So in S subshell electrons are present. Last part is given as why magnesium tends to lose electrons. As magnesium has 2 electrons in its last shell, in its outermost or last shell, so it has electropositive character. Electropositive mean it will tend to lose electrons because there is 2 choice. First choice is as it has to lose 2 electrons and second is it has to gain 6 more electrons to attain electrons. It is easy to remove 2 electrons. Therefore magnesium tends to lose electrons. So students, this was our today's topic. Today we did 7 question of this exercise, and in next lecture we will do next half exercise of this chapter. So you can revise it, and if you have any question you can ask again. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.